Hey guys, welcome to Itty Bitty Bookworm, and I am super excited today because I'm doing a book review. And I already did a book review of this book, but I didn't get to put it online because, well, I realized when I was going through it that I had no facial expression through this entire video. It was just me going the entire thing. And to be fair, I just got done from like 6 hours at the gym, but still, I couldn't even watch it, so I didn't really think it'd be fair to make you guys watch it. So, and I was gonna make another one, but then my camera kind of died, so it was like this long series of events of why I could not put this video up. So I'm finally doing it today. Hopefully my camera doesn't die or my laptop doesn't blow up so I can finally put it up, because it was kind of sad. Alright, so the book in question is Enclave by Aguirre, and to set off this review, I'd like to say that I had no hesitation in buying this book. Like, I was kind of just browsing along on Amazon and like saw the cover, and it looked kind of creepy, and well, I was in the mood for creepy, and so I clicked on it and I read about it, and it just spoke to me, and so I had this sucker being mailed to me faster than you can say freaks. I was so excited, and then when it came in the mail, I got even more excited because I don't know if you can see this, but this thing is freaking shiny, okay? And it just made me incredibly happy because I like shiny things, like, so much. So, and then, like, the back, okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I really hope you can because it's weird. It's like this weird hole, and it has this hand, and it's like, ah! So, yeah, and every time, like, I was reading this, I was trying not to touch the hand, like, I don't know why, but, like, I was, like, sitting there reading it, and I'm just like, okay, inching my fingers till I'm holding it like this, and I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing that, because it's not like it's gonna reach out and grab me. I hope. Hasn't yet. God, that's gonna give me nightmares. Okay, so, Enclave. Alright, so to set off this review, I'd like to probably talk about it. Alright, I guess it is apocalyptic. I cannot speak today. I am so sorry. Okay, today. Post-apocalyptic. And there's like giant sickness kind of comes over the land, so the great idea for everybody is to go underground. You know, because, you know, that's what you do when a giant sickness comes over and a lot of people die. You go underground. Where, like, trains and subways and crap happen, you know, which, anyway. So, a lot of people go underground. They build these, like, little towns and stuff. Like, there's a couple of them, like, little places that you live, which are called enclaves. Hence, the name. So, these enclaves, so much fun, have a lot of rules, and you get, like, one job that you do and all this stuff, and it's, like, really regulated. And these people don't live long, okay? Like, I'm thinking, like, what was it? 20, you're an elder, alright? So I'm like right there, I'm almost there. So I feel kind of bad because, like, you're in these like underground things, and so you obviously don't live long because human beings were meant to flourish in the sunlight. Not like really bookworms do that. We stay inside and read. So anyway, I'm thinking these people are like kind of mutated, you know, because they've been underground for all their lives. So I'm thinking they're like skin is freaking pale and their eyes are like really big, but I don't really think that they said anything about that. But yeah, so these enclaves are like, you do this job, you do this, or you will be cast out of this enclave and be sent out into the tunnels, and there's a lot of freaking nasty crap out there. So you really don't want to do that because there's these things called freaks, and I'm thinking they're kind of like zombies. In fact, they are pretty much zombies. But they're like the creepiest zombies I've ever heard about. And I don't really read zombie books. This is actually my first zombie book, and it got me hooked. I am in love with zombies now, and which is probably a weird thing to be in love with, but I think they're like in or something. I don't know. I just got the book Warm Bodies, so kind of excited about that. Anyway, so yeah, go out and be with the freaks. So you can have one of, I think, 3 jobs it is, and the way people like know if you're in this job is you have a scar, and like if you have oh so many scars, people can tell what job you do. Now, first job is a breeder, and they do pretty much what a breeder does. They breed. They have the kids, they take care of the kids, that's pretty much their lives. And either they're like really great looking or really smart or something, because that's the traits that they want to pass down. It's not like, you know, hey, like, you random person over there with the dreadlocks and the, like, creepy skin that's, like, all crawly and scabby. You want to mate? You know, it's not like that. It's like, you know, they pick you, and that's what you do. So, yeah, I'm thinking these lives pretty much suck. And so if you're a breeder, then you get 1 scar. Yeah, so, you know, don't have to go through all that much pain. And then there's the builders, which, again, do what pretty much you think they do. They build stuff. And they, like, make all these different crab, and it's kind of cool, actually. And you get 3 scars if you're a builder. And then there's the other job, which I'm thinking isn't all that fun. But it is a hunter, which is what our main character Deuce is. And hunter is, you know, you go out of your enclave, which is pretty much your only safe zone that you will ever have. And you go out into the tunnels and you hunt stuff, like, which would probably be about, like, rats or cockroaches, because they survive everything. But, I mean, come on, you're not thinking, like, deers are out in the tunnels, you know? It's like, yeah, they're eating rats. And then you have to fight the freaks and go around the perimeters and, like, take care of your enclave. And that's what Deuce is. And she has 6 scars, which I'm thinking is a lot of pain. And so, yeah, those are your jobs. That's what you have to do. That's what you get to do. And these people don't get names until they reach a certain age. I mean, until then, they are called brats. And they have a number. They're like Brat 26 or Brat 25 and, you know, stuff like that. So, Deuce, we actually meet her when she is getting her name. And which is a whole big ceremony and all this stuff. And only those who have names get to go to that ceremony. And then she gets her scars and all that stuff. So she goes into the whole hunting business, and she gets a partner named Fade. And Fade is actually an outsider. He's never actually been part of the Enclave. He was actually found outside in the tunnels when he was a kid, and they brought him in and, you know, raised him, I guess. And so Deuce gets to be his partner, which kind of gotta suck because he's totally an outsider. But then they go on this whole just journey, and all this stuff happens, and it's incredibly, like, just weird, and you're like, oh crap, are they gonna survive? And I really incredibly enjoyed this book. I wasn't really, actually I knew I'd enjoy this book, because, I mean, look how shiny the cover is. So, I'm really excited, actually, because I just ordered the 2nd book. I don't know why it took me so long, but it did. And the 3rd book is coming out soon, like, I think it's this year, too, so I'm like, yeah! And I'm super excited. And so, read this, because it's amazing. And so, about the characters, okay, so, Deuce, obviously, you know I like, because she's a really strong female character, and I can't really stand the weak ones. I just kind of want to hit them, and I go a little spastic and start yelling at the book. So, yeah, fun. But Deuce is actually really interesting. She knows her job, she knows she has to do her job, but she also feels like this overwhelming amount of emotion for it. And so you kind of get the gist of how she feels, and it's kind of nice because sometimes you're just like, oh my god, they're robots, or they're just too emotional and they can't do crap, and you're just like, ugh. So I think she had a really nice balance going on. And then there's Fade, and truth be told, I love Fade, okay? If he was real, I would stalk him down, shove him in a cereal box, and take him home, because he was just amazing. So, I fall in love with fictional characters daily. Alright, so, he, again, was, like, really strong in his lead, and was just really great of a character, and, again, he had emotion as well, which is kind of nice, because a lot of male characters don't really seem to have emotion, and you're like, hello, aren't they people? And stuff, because people tend to have emotions, so it's kind of nice, but he's not, like, weeping in the corner when there's freaks around. I mean, he's kicking butt, which is, you know, so, and then there's Stalker, which you actually meet later in the book. Stalker, well, when he first comes into the story, it's kind of hard not to hate him. Like, you automatically want to hate this guy, but I started hating him with the knowledge that I would, you know, sooner forgive him, and I tend, like, to kind of try and dig deeper into the characters and just kind of, like, forgive them sometimes, but, like, him, I knew straight off, like, you know, I'm going to like this guy, and I ended up like loving his character and like his sense of humor with things. And I thought his attitude for the situation was incredibly fitting, because like how can you have any kind of other attitude when you're in that kind of world? Like, I really don't blame him, but at the same time I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, that's kind of sucky. But other times I'm like, yeah, you go stalker. But yeah. So, and then there's Tegan. Okay, I have to be honest about Tegan. Didn't really care for her. Okay, if she died in the story, I really wouldn't care. Like, she just kind of bugged me. And I really took Stalker's side on this, and she was just a breeder to me. She was incredibly useless. And I thought it was really nice that Deuce had someone to talk to, you know, another girl to confide in. But it didn't really seem that way sometimes. It was just kind of like Deuce protecting her all the freaking time, because Tegan can't do anything and cannot stand those kind of characters. And so I kind of took Stalker's side and just thought that she was just incredibly useless, and seriously, if she just died, I probably wouldn't care. I mean, I feel bad for Deuce, but I kind of not really mourn her at all. But other than that, I don't think there's anything. And then there's like the freaks, which are freaking creepy. I mean, I could have nightmares about them. But they're these like black, just like skin and bones creatures. Like their skin is like rotting off their beings. And they have these long, creepy-ish fingernails and like these jagged teeth, and they will rip you to shreds. So that's pretty much their enemy in this entire book, is that they have to fight these things. And I know, I thought the fighting sequences were actually incredibly, like, kind of cool. And yeah, so actually I really enjoyed this book. And I don't know if I'm shining this on the cover and blinding you all. Anyway, so yeah, I like this book. I give it a 5/5 rating, because it's awesome. And I actually read this a little while ago, so I really hope that what I said was totally true, because I read this in like October, and it's like, what is this? It's past February. My calendar's off date. Yeah, think so. Alright, so follow me on Twitter, because I got one. I'm kind of excited about it, because I'm just learning how the heck it works. And, because, you know, I'm so up to date with this, you know. So I will put the link in the doobly box, because, yeah, that's what I do, and I'm cool. And hopefully I'll get the link right. Alright, so stalk me on Twitter, because I'll put stuff on there like a cool kid. Alright, so do that. Read this book. Subscribe. I can't think of anything else. Enjoy. I'm gonna go to the gym and like die, because that's what I do.